Welcome to today's explainer. If you're looking to build wealth with one of the oldest assets on the planet, gold, but you really want to avoid all those logistical nightmares of actually storing it, well, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're unpacking a total game changer, the Gold Passbook. We're going to see exactly how this ingenious little tool is totally reshaping precious metal investing. Let's get right into it. Let's be real for a second. When we think about investing in gold, we usually picture stacking these heavy, shiny bars in some hidden wall safe behind a painting, right? It sounds super glamorous in the movies, but in reality, honestly, it's completely nerve-wracking. You start second-guessing if your home security system is actually up to par, or if, hiding your life savings under the mattress is a genuinely viable strategy. And that very real fear of theft, it's a huge barrier. It literally keeps countless everyday investors completely locked out of the gold market. Okay, let's dive into this. Section 1. What is a gold passbook? To put it simply, a gold passbook is a slick digital tool that drags a centuries-old asset firmly into the digital age. Here's how it works. When you buy gold, your bank records the exact transaction, down to the very last gram, in a dedicated, hyper-secure ledger. You officially own that value. But here is the absolute paradigm shift. The real magic? You never have to carry a single heavy bar home. You are buying the gold, but you're not carrying the gold. The contrast between the old way and the new way is, honestly, night and day. Think about the old way. It's literally heavy, it brings a super high risk of theft, and it essentially forces you into the business of buying expensive home safes or shelling out recurring fees just to rent a safety deposit box. It's a costly, stressful burden. The new way? Pure digital ownership. It's fully managed by your bank with zero physical burden on your end. The whole shebang is perfectly safe, but it weighs absolutely nothing in your pocket. Moving right along to Section 2, 3 core advantages. Let's move to and see how this builds, because the system really relies on 3 core pillars that make it incredibly powerful for modern investors. First up, zero storage risk. Second, an extremely low barrier to entry. And third, instant liquidity. Let's look closely at how each one of these effectively rewrites the rules of precious metal investing totally in your favor. All right, so our first major advantage is zero storage risk. Because the bank is acting as your custodian, they're the ones shouldering the entire burden of keeping the asset secure. You get this completely transparent, legally binding accounting of your holdings right there in your passbook or your banking app. And honestly, the peace of mind here, it cannot be overstated. You never, ever have to lose sleep worrying about a house fire, misplacing a key, or, someone breaking into your home. The physical security of the asset is a problem you've entirely outsourced to a highly secure financial institution. And this brilliantly illustrates our next point. 1,000 new Taiwan dollars. Or, depending on your market, maybe just a single gram of gold. Let that sink in for a second, because that number completely shatters the myth that gold is exclusively a playground for the ultra-wealthy. That brings us to advantage number 2. This system is absolutely perfect for small budgets. If you were buying physical gold bars, you'd be looking at a requirement of tens or even hundreds of thousands just to get a seat at the table. But the Gold Passbook, it offers a highly accessible entry point. Young professionals, students, anyone wanting to diversify on a budget can start immediately. And even better, because it's digital, you can easily set up automated, regular, fixed-amount investments. You can literally dollar-cost average into gold just like you would with an index fund. Talk about putting your wealth building on autopilot. Which brings us right to the third incredible advantage: anytime instant cash out. Look, one of the biggest drawbacks of physical gold is that when you finally want to sell it, you have to physically transport the stuff to a dealer, haggle over the spot price, and sweat over the purity of the metal being tested. Well, not anymore. With a passbook, the speed at which you can liquidate your digital gold assets is practically instantaneous. No joke. Let me detail exactly how frictionless this process really is. Your digital gold account operates seamlessly during standard banking hours, but you access the whole thing right from your smartphone via online banking. Imagine this. You're sitting on your couch, checking your phone, and you see that the price of gold just spiked. With just a few taps, you can trade your digital holdings back to the bank at their current, clearly posted rates. The exact moment you execute that trade, boom, immediate conversion to cash, deposited straight into your account. No driving, no lugging heavy metal around, zero haggling. Just instant liquid capital. Section 3. Smart investment tips. Let's talk strategy. Now, listen closely here, because it's crucial to understand the hidden costs of sentimentality. Most banks offering a Gold Passbook will technically allow you to convert your digital claims into real, physical gold bars to take home. And hey, it sounds tempting, right, to actually hold it in your hands? But frankly, that is the costly way. So the crucial point is, the moment you request a physical withdrawal, you trigger a cascade of handling fees and gold specification conversion fees. And typically, once that physical gold leaves the bank vault, you can't just deposit it back into your passbook account. The smart way, hands down, is purely digital trading. It saves you time, requires literally zero effort, and it safely avoids every single one of those pesky extra fees. This leads us to our ultimate pro tip. For everyday investors whose actual goal is earning profits from market price swings, rather than, hoarding shiny metal for a museum display, resisting the urge to physically withdraw those assets is absolutely key. Keeping your goal right there on the digital ledger is the most secure, effortless, and financially sensible play to protect your profit margins from being eaten alive by bank fees. So, we've explored how the Gold Passbook completely removes the terror of theft, how it drastically lowers the financial barriers so anyone can jump in, and how it provides instant smartphone-level liquidity. It truly is a brilliant modern evolution of precious metal investing. So I'm going to leave you with this to ponder today. If digital trading offers the absolute safest and most efficient way to tap into this ancient market, is your portfolio ready to finally go digital? Think about how this incredible tool could fit into your own financial future. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep learning, keep growing, and I'll see you next time.